All right, so in this video, I wanted to go over all of the 3.0 light subclasses. Now that we have all three of them out, I wanted to go over like what's my favorite to be using now that we're in a 3.0 light world. Light 3.0. We're starting off with Arc. On this one, I use Gambler's Dodge. I have been using the new supers, Gathering Storm, but you can use whichever super. Marksman's Dodge is not that helpful for this build. Gambler's Dodge is going to be recharging our melee ability. And I've been using Blink because Blink's back, baby. Combination Blow. And this is going to pair with my exotic armor piece. So, a quick strike that temporarily increases your melee damage when defeating a target, stacking 3 times. You want to get to times 3 because it increases it significantly. I use skip grenades because I love them. They may not be the best, but that isn't something that I'm using in with the build. I've been using Lethal Current with Flow State so that Lethal Current, after dodging your next melee attack, has increased lunge range, jolts the target, and creates a damaging aftershock. The aftershock is what's going to kill like a bunch of enemies around me. Flow State, defeating a jolted target makes you amplified. So just me dodging, punching with Combination Blow is going to make me amplified. I go with Recharge, Spark of Recharge, Resistance, Frequency, and Feedback. Now, I can switch out this last one kind of for if I want to make adjustments for my build. One instance is I might, if I'm running an arc special weapon, I might run Spark of Beacons just to have some blinding, but I do like the increased resilience. So taking melee damage increases your outgoing melee damage. So again, you are buffing Combination Blow. And then what I'm pairing it with is Liar's Handshake. And if you're unfamiliar with Liar's Handshake, Countercross, your arc melee ability or being hit by a melee attack will allow you to follow up with an extremely powerful melee counterpunch that will heal you. So again, either you're countering or it's your arc melee ability. And so we're going to be dodging near enemies to get our melee ability back with Gambler's Dodge, punching them to jolt them to become amplified, and that starts the rotation. If we get to times 3, you're going to see how much you can just, in one easy combo, you can take out very large targets quickly. Now, you can pair that with a 1-2 punch shotgun. I highly suggest going after a Wastelander that has Trench Barrel and another one that has 1-2 punch, so you have it in your kinetic slot. I don't have mine on this character currently. But also the Gambit shotgun is arc, deadweight. It is arc, and it has 1-2 punch. If you go for it, I highly recommend going for full choke. I got Barrel Shroud on this one with Tac Mag Perpetual 1-2, and it does good enough for me currently. I might be finding another one in the future. And because it's all melee centric, then I have Trench Barrel on Legend of Acreus, because if you have the catalyst, then you can have Trench Barrel. So if you're someone who has that exotic and you've been not using it on your hunter on this type of build, you may want to use it. I want to go over some of the side notes to the build. So I have been doing this with Harmonic Siphon and hands-on on my helmet. And per my other video, which I'll link up above, it will be my everything build. This falls into like my everything build. So because I'm on Arc, I have Harmonic Siphon for orb generation, taking charge to make orbs. So if I just need to kill a couple targets to make an orb, I can do that with my shotgun. My other alternative is I could actually switch to my Wastelander that has 1-2 punch, not this one, and use Nation of Beasts with my hand if I'm wanting to use a hand cannon. You can also switch that around for whatever weapons you want to use, but having a 1-2 punch shotgun is definitely helpful for it. But so I can make orbs to get charged with light. I'm also going to be, with my charge of light, I run on my chest piece striking light. It's always my chest piece that I have it run either high energy fire or wherever I'm spending my charge with light. So for instance, I'm running a highly melee oriented build, so defeating combatants with melee damage and swords spawns 1 orb of power for your allies and consumes 1 stack of charged with light. So every time I'm punching, I'm spawning orbs. So punch, dodge, punch, orb, dodge, punch, orb, constantly making them. Now in this, I have, because it's arc chest piece for that, I'm currently running just arc damage resistance, but I probably should just do the take 1 off and run thermo shock, but I don't really need that much damage resistance, so I just run arc and concussive on it. Now, getting into wells, because I run a combo well orb build all the time. On my gauntlets, I run elemental charge, and also, by the way, my gauntlets are intentionally solar on the Liar's Handshake because causing damage with a melee attack reduces my grenade cooldown. So I didn't really show that in the PvE footage, but every time I throw a grenade and then punch, dodge, punch, dodge, punch, dodge all these enemies, I'm getting my next grenade back super fast. Probably after I get back to combination blow ×3, I'll have another grenade available. Okay. I run bountiful wells. I always run solar on the boots because I can run recuperation. So every time I'm making one of those orbs, I pick it up. I'm also getting a boost of health. Also absolution, because I pick up that orb, I get all my abilities cooled down faster. And then bountiful wells for more wells, so that every time I punch a target with melee well maker, and my class item is where I choose to make wells from. So I'm running melee well maker, and every time I punch a target, I make wells to get abilities back. And then every time I dodge, I get my grenade back faster also. I run double bomber. So my stats might not be max, but I have mods that will accentuate all of the build to make it cool down anything that I might lose in the middle of a fight, and I can pump out amazing amounts of damage on targets. So that's my Arc 3.0 favorite build. All right, so the main point of this build is you can get it started. You get the combination blow ×3, and then I'm at ×3. I can punch, dodge, and kill most every single target, punching as a primary. See, and I'm at combination blow ×3. Shotgun punch, instant killed. I don't even have to use heavy yet. Dodged a bit too early on that one. Let me up. He was already half health. Because I get the health regeneration on melee, I really don't have to worry about 90% of things. The chaining also kills most things around me. Combination blow makes it, and ×3, once you have it, you have like 15 seconds. Like, see, it's down to 9, 8, 7, punch a target, 19. You get 20, practically 20 seconds to find a target, to dodge and melee. And continue the flow of the combination Pizza Hut Taco Bell. I mean, combination flow. And that's my favorite Arc 3.0 build. Along with, I have been running it with Acreus, because if you didn't know, the Catalyst gave it Trench Barrel. So you punch a target, and then it has increased damage. So you can make it, if there is a target where your special 1-2 punch and cross counter with combination blow doesn't take it out, Legend of Acreus. So it's been exceptionally fun. Now you can also pair it with something that's got Swashbuckler, and even your primary weapon can have Swashbuckler ×5 up like all the time. So pairing it with certain weapons will be immensely good for you. All right, Solar 3.0. Now, this one is another one that focuses, for me, heavily on melees, throwing knives. God, I love them. So let's start off with subclass. You can go with any super you want, but I actually prefer the Blade Barrage just for a bunch of damage, or Deadshot just for a bunch of quick golden gun shots and a bunch of little enemies. I use Gambler's Dodge to get my melee ability back if I lose it. And that's going to come in handy with my exotic armor piece pairing. But triple jump, proximity, explosive knife. I like using this one. You could go with almost any knife. I haven't found a love for the lightweight knife, but I love the proximity explosive knife. You can choose any grenade you want. Aspects. I use On Your Mark and Knock them down. On Your Mark is going to give precision final blows, grant you an ally and nearby allies increased weapon handling and reload. Since it's a gunslinger, I would hope that I could reload my guns faster than anybody else. But it also helps out your teammates. Knock them down. Your solar supers are enhanced. Golden Gun Deadshot has increased duration. Marksman has increased damage resistance and duration. And Blade Barrage launches more projectiles. While Radiant final blows with your equipped throwing knife fully refund your melee energy. So if you get a final blow with your knife, you're already going to get it back. I like using fragments Ember of Torches, Ember of Solace, Ember of Char, Ember of Blistering, and Ember of Combustion. You can do some more and play around with your fragments to see what kind of fragments you like with it. But I'm going to be using my exotic armor piece pairing is going to be Ophidia Space. So I get 2 knives. And when I said every time I dodge, it gives me my melee, recharges your melee ability, it gives me both knives back if I dodge near a target. Okay, now Let's go into the rest of the armor. I chose hands-on with taking charge to make orbs. Harmonic siphon. So if I run a solar weapon, I can get those double kills, make orbs. I become charged with light. Hands-on is I get bonus super energy on melee kills because I'm going to be doing a lot of melee kills. Then gauntlets. I'm doing pulse rifle loader, and you'll see that it pairs with my pulse rifle specifically. Impact induction, so I cause damage with a melee attack to reduce my grenade cooldown. So I want to throw my grenade and then start going ham with the knives, basically. And you guys are going to see that when I show you some of the PvE footage playing around with this build. And then I do my elemental charge on my gauntlets. My chest piece is just going to have my normal damage resist mods, and I'm actually going to be playing around with firepower. You regain a portion of your grenade when you use your grenade while charged with light. You can go with anything here. I just usually run high energy fire, but you can go with firepower as well just to make that grenade cooldown even faster. Then my boots, per usual, solar, recuperation, absolution, bountiful wells, and then a buff to my specific classes trait. For hunter, mobility, so mobility goes there. My cloak is how I'm going to make wells, per usual, how my everything builds work. I do melee well maker and then bomber so that when I dodge, I get my grenade back even faster. And again, I go mobility to fill in the gaps there. So, pairing with weapons. I'm doing a lot of melees, so I actually like using my Wastelander with Trench Barrel and Slide Shot. So I can throw a knife, slide, reload it, and then Trench Barrel, I can do a bunch of damage with Trench Barrel. Now, if I throw a knife, I'm using a pulse, a solar pulse. So I had one with blunt execution rounds, but now with Season 18, final blows with this weapon generate melee energy. So everything can generate my melee energy. My dodge, my primary weapon. But if I get a kill with the knife, damaging nearby combatants with melee abilities dramatically increase handling and damage. Blunt execution rounds goes from like 1,000 a shot to 6,000 a shot. Just for one quick shot. Expires after a short duration or the next shot. So you have one burst of big boy damage from blunt execution rounds after throwing your knives. So you can have that often with this. You're heavy, you can kind of go with whatever. I just have a sword on just because, but you're going to see in this PvE footage, it's pretty good. So I'm already charged with light and I have firepower on. Like I said, I usually do high energy fire, but let's just see. I throw a grenade. I got a little bit of it back. Throw a knife. Next shot. 21,000. I can use it with this for the... I still am constantly getting blunt execution rounds. Even if I miss a knife. 21,000. Normally it's 2,600. Throw a knife. Even body shots are 9,000 insta kills. I pick up the wells. I'm already charged with light. I know it's a normal lost sector, so a shotgun can do a lot, but Trench Barrel times 3. Boom. 34,000 to the crit to the head on a normal Acolyte. Trench Barrel. So again, it's based around melee. I can literally take an ogre's health down to almost nothing. So let's throw that grenade again. Pick up the wells. I can just do trench barrel, instantly take them out. So there's different pairings that I can do of like combinations between my weapons and my abilities, but you see I'm constantly getting all of it back. Now let's see if I pop a super. I'm gonna pop a super on these ads and try not to hit the boss. Killed all the ads. It did a lot of damage though to the boss because this is just normal. But melee, melee, melee. Pick up that melee. And I can be doing orbs as I go through this. And the whole time I'm radiant, so I already got the buff from being radiant. So all these ads are spawned in. I did just pop my super. I'm using my knife on a lot of them, and you can already see I already almost have my super back. So the combination of all the mods together is what allows me to do this kind of stuff. And that's why I don't run ammo finders. I'm not relying on ammo 90% of the time. So I already have my super back, so he can just go ahead and get removed from the game. I love using it. It's not as safe as saying running you could even run a healing grenade. So that's your safety cushion to get restoration. But I just like all the damage I can output with Solar 3.0. So that's my favorite Solar 3.0 build. Let's move on to Void. All right, Void 3.0. This has been my favorite Void 3.0 build. Let's start with the subclass. I like running Mobius Quiver for the bonus damage that it does nowadays. I run Marksman's Dodge to reload my weapons. You can go Gambler's Dodge for more invisibility. I run Triple Jump, Snare Bomb, and Vortex Grenade. I like to run Vanishing Step. Dodging makes you invisible, and Trapper's Ambush. You'll see why I like to run Trapper's Ambush. I know it lowers how many fragments I can use, but on my fragments, I run Echo of Expulsion, Instability, and you'll see why with my weapon pairing. But basically, Grenade, defeating targets with grenades gives me volatile rounds. I either run Echo of Dilation or where is it? Echo of Remnants. So not Remnants. Echo of Persistence, so that my invisibility will last longer. I don't like the minus on the mobility stat, so I usually run Echo of Dilation unless I really need persistence, but I try and keep very high mobility. Now, I pair this with my armor choice of Graviton Forfeit with Harmonic Siphon and Kinetic Siphon. Usually I'll have Harmonic because I'm running a Void weapon with Void subclass, because I'm going to be making volatile rounds. And then Kinetic Siphon just because if I'm running a kinetic primary. But I like pairing it with a sniper rifle at times because I'm going to be invis. I can take an easy shots at far away and still be safe. On my gauntlets, and per usual, helmet has taking charge for orbs. My gauntlets have elemental charge, but on my gauntlets, I run, for this instance, submachine gun loader, bolstering detonation. So when my grenade Grant class ability energy when you cause damage with a grenade. So if I dodge and go invis, I'm running out of invis options. I throw a grenade, I get volatile rounds. I can use combinations of invis and volatile rounds to do what I need to do in most encounters that I'm choosing to run void in. Chest piece, I just run high energy fire. So, and my damage resistances. You can go with what's a fun one? You could go with defeating combatants with void damage has a chance to drop special ammo. That is fun, especially if you're running a shotgun. You can also choose to do energy converter. You can do some fun ones with a void chest piece. But on this build, I have been running void just with high energy fire. Boots, per usual, recuperation absolution, and bountiful wells for extra wells when I make them. Now, my class item is going to be void for this instance because I'm going to use reaping wellmaker. Every time I dodge to go invis and then get a kill, it makes orbs. And I'm constantly with high mobility going invis all the time. So pair that with the volatile rounds, and I'm using a funnel web subsistence frenzy. It's a really good roll. Try and get it yourself. I have a Pray This Revenge time loss that people will be like, why do you use it? I will sometimes use osmosis. So that when I use my grenade ability, then I'll cause volatile rounds, and I'll show that off in the gameplay. We'll use the classic osmosis firefly instead of the DPS one. And you can use whatever in your heavy. But I hope you guys enjoy this Void 3.0 build as much as I do, and hope you enjoy the gameplay of it. Void 3.0, you know, there's a lot of good light subclasses, but actually Void is one of my least favorite on Hunter now that Arc is out, because I've always been an Arc Hunter main. So let's start off with volatile rounds. Let's use my class ability. I can wait out the timer. And yeah, I could use my smoke to get it back, my class ability, but I can also use a grenade. Now I got my grenade, and I also have volatile rounds. I've made wells. Now I have almost all of my other abilities back. I dodge to go invis. I still have lots of options. Now, I like to make some targets weak, dive, and those targets will explode. Very sneaky class. And I'm constantly just staying invis to be able to make my abilities charge faster. Let's say I dodge, get a kill, go invis, get the wells, throw my grenade, more volatile rounds. Dodged, got a kill. Have my invisibility already available again. The subclass, by the way, if you're near targets while invis, you'll get your invis back faster. So you see I'm surrounded by targets. If I use my smoke and I'm surrounded by targets, my smoke bomb charges significantly faster. My smoke bomb, I can lure them into it, by the way. It weakens them, and then also get that kill, make more wells. So this is like my real chill. Like, I'm not constantly doing damage. But see, I can like sneak up, pick up orbs, use my volatile rounds. Get in, get out, have a good time. They don't even know where I'm at. See, and I pick up these orbs, then I can get absolution from my boots, and I got my grenade back from that. If I keep sliding everywhere too, I'll get dilation. Let's play around with osmosis on the sniper rifle for the final encounter. So osmosis is actually viable. I still have 3 seconds of volatile rounds. Boss dead. If I want to like clear a room with a super, I can. That's how you can use your abilities to your advantage on Void 3.0 and kind of just like chill. Weaker targets, you can do the dive. And it's more of a chill way to play, but you can easily get all of your abilities back almost instantly. See, I just got my melee, my dodge back. Now my smoke came back and my grenade came back, and my dodge is already almost back. So you can pair those however you like. But I like to pair it with volatile rounds. Void with Void. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Void 3.0 build, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about any of these builds. I may even provide links to the dim loadouts of them so that you can play around with them yourself. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my Hunter Light 3.0 favorite builds. If you have any questions, again, leave it in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe if this video was at all helpful or entertaining for you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh, reminder, I stream every day on Twitch. Link will be in the description. Bye.